This is the Georgia Bigfoot.
White County, Georgia.
What were you going to say before about...
Well, you were talking about they've been doing DNA testing. They're finding out that there's a lot of people that do have
Neanderthal
blood. And you described something else.
Denisovian.
And then recently in the news was reported that they found some prehistoric moss that it had stayed in a frozen state, and they were able to bring it back to life like in its normal state. And they're gonna delve into that and find out everything that's that's hidden inside that moss. And it's just really interesting that's
right. Now the plants like that are a lot easier to bring back to life and to clone and things like that. I mean, they've been cloning plants for the longest time, like getting a seedling and then.
Well, you've talked in previous episodes about the skin and blood samples and/or hair and being able to recreate.
Right. I mean, that
animals.
needs to have some kind of host. Like they've got to implant a cell into a. For example, of a mastodon into an elephant, then it's got to come to term. It's easier to do those plant type of things than it is to do a living.
If we could only get a sample of Bigfoot's blood,
well,
we would know a lot about.
Now, what if we learned that? What if we learned that a certain amount of population has Bigfoot blood? Just like
I don't doubt that one bit.
Who would think that Neanderthal blood was shared by humans? Because for the longest time, people viewed Neanderthals as these just hunchback beasts that are just so far beyond human. And then they started to think, well, they couldn't even mate together.
In the evolutionary process, I mean, come on, we've all got to have a trace of that in our system.
What is the main thing that makes, in your opinion, and to me, you're looking at it, if you're looking at this photo, Bigfoot, in a lot of people's mind, less human?
Just the tremendous amount of hair.
Exactly.
And the odd-shaped skull. And the arms that reach, the hands that reach below to the lower part of the thigh. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that have,
But I look at the Texas, some people that kind of look
I mean, some people have, extra hair on their face, long arms, short torsos. I mean, some people are built that way.
If you look at the Texas Bigfoot, for example, that looks like a prehistoric human.
Well, that's the smaller, that's the thinner, that's the scrappier, that's the more aggressive Bigfoot.
Right, and...
I mean, that's undeniable. We've come to that conclusion long ago.
Right. Now, with that, though, if you shave the hair, it would look like a massive human, but
So are you saying if you actually remove the hair, maybe even a waxing...
What I'm saying is, this is something that we should talk about.
That's
in the
extraordinary.
next episode.
Move on to the next one.
Yeah. Okay.